What does a compiler do and what does a linker do? This is one of the earliest questions in Bjarne Stoustrup's C++ programming language exercises worksheet. And I've been going through it because I'm learning C++, so I figured why don't I explain it along the way. What does a compiler do? The compiler, aka Clang or GCC, essentially converts C++ files into .o files. This basically means that it's converting plain C++ into machine code, but that doesn't mean that they're ready for use yet. That's where the linker comes in. The linker combines the .o files together to make an executable. Note that the terminology compiler and linker is kind of weird because technically the compiler performs both steps, but what we need to know is that the compiler is running these two steps internally as two separate steps, and we can simulate this when testing. That's honestly the best way to learn what a compiler and what a linker does, so let's go to the first test. So here I've got a simple little main.cpp file. All it's doing is printing out hello world. In the make file, what I'm doing is setting this up to compile and link the main.cpp file in a single step. And the command that I'm running here is clang ++ main.cpp -o main. The Clang compiler doing both steps. It's first converting it into a .o file, and then it's converting that into an executable. So I'm going to do main. Well, you know what? Let's actually just run the command ourselves. Clang ++ main.cpp -o main. And if we do that, we're going to see here that it has created a main executable inside of my folder, which I can run by doing /main. And if I press enter, then we'll see hello world. But this kind of only explains the simplest part of it, which is when it's doing both steps in a single iteration. Let's see how it's done individually. So we've got main here, which is converting the .o file into a main executable. But right now, the .o file doesn't exist. So we need to create that. And that's what this command is doing. Clang-c, which tells the compiler to only compile the code. It's going to compile the code in main.cpp, and it's going to output a file called main.o. And that main.o file is going to be used here, which is the machine code file, to link the executable. Let's do make main.o. And if I do this, we will see that we've got some O file right here. It's an object file and we can't really open it in VS Code. If I try to run this, it's not an executable, so it won't work. We have to convert this machine code into an executable, which we can do by either running make main, or we can just type in this command manually ourselves. So I can do clang ++ main.o, the output file. We can call this main, or we can call this, whatever we want really. And that will create this executable, which I can run like so. And if I press enter, we'll see hello world. So I'm going to do a make clean. Now the thing here is that make clean is removing the main.o and main, but what we really want to do is remove this main ASDF file. So I could add that here. So I could do main ASDF and do a make clean, which is going to remove that from here. So that's kind of just a side note. Anyway, now we've got a little bit of an understanding of what the compiler is doing underneath the hood, right? In the first example, we just ran both steps in one single go. In the second example, we're doing explicitly what was being done inside of the compiler here. We're first compiling the code and then we are linking it. And of course, we don't have to run these in two separate steps. We can just say make and, oh right, so if we say make like this, it won't work because we need to specify here that this main command is dependent on main.o. So if I do this and I do make, it will run now because this main is going to first look for, it's saying it's dependent on main.o. So if main.o does not exist, then it will run this command, and then it will run this command. So if I do make now, and now I can do /main to run the executable, and we'll get hello world again. So the next thing that I want to showcase is a linker error. Here we've got a main function, and in it we've defined the function header called goodbye world, but that function itself is not defined. If we run this code, we should get a compiler error. Now the interesting thing is that the compiler, when you just compile the code, it will work. It will fail when you try to link the code. When we are just doing the -c to compile the main.cpp file into machine code, all the compiler will do is check if this function definition exists, not if it's actually implemented. Let's do clang ++-c main.cpp-o main.o. This will not fail. It's only going to fail when we try to link it. So if I do clang ++ main.o, and then I try to create the main executable, right? And I press enter, then we will get the error. So that is very interesting for me because it's my first time looking into compilers and linkers or whatever and all those steps. So I thought that was very interesting. We can quite simply fix this by just kind of doing that, or we can kind of, define this function here with goodbye world. And if I save that and then I do a make clean, and then I do a make, now we're running into the same error before where this thing is looking for main.o, but I didn't specify that, so let's specify that. So now let's do make, and now let's run it with main, and we should see hello world and goodbye. And so now we're learning a little bit more about how these two steps are kind of interlinked with each other. Here, I've got a main function here, and it's calling goodbye world. Now, this goodbye world, it's defined in this header file. And here we're defining goodbye world as it's taking in an integer of count and it's printing out goodbye world that many times. Again, we're going to run into a compiler error, specifically during the linking phase. The compiling will work, but the linking will fail once again. Make helper utils.o. And this is only compiling the helper utils.cpp file into helper utils.o. So this should not fail because this is perfectly valid C++ code. So if I do this, we won't get any errors. Perfect. Now, if I do the same for main.o, what do we expect will happen? We're printing out hello world. We're calling goodbye. Inside of the header function, we're saying goodbye world is defined, even though inside of this entire folder, we've never actually defined it. So technically, this should work fine as well. And it does. So when we run make main, we are utilizing these two .o files, and we're creating the main executable. And so now the linker will once again fail because goodbye world is not defined. So, well, one thing we could do is we could define this to take in an int count, right? Because it seems like what we want to do here is say goodbye world the number of times we've passed in here. Then we'll go here and we'll get an error because there's too few arguments. So then we can pass in something like 5, save the file. Now let me refresh this by doing a make clean. And now I'm just going to run make because it's going to run all the commands at once. And it should just work. Cool. So now we've created the main executable. And now if I run it, and there you go. We're calling hello world once, and then we're saying goodbye world 5 times as specified by the function. This is kind of what I wanted to go over today. How does a compiler and a linker work? Personally, I never really understood the internals of how all this worked. And, the question that Bjarne asked here kind of forced me to dive deep into it, and I wanted to make all these separate examples to go through all of that. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I certainly did, and I'll catch you guys next time.